What's going on? It's Sam, this is Leng Libations. In this episode today, we're making a French 75. A little bit of a twist, made of raspberry, it's rosemary cordial. In a French 75, you have, so base spirit is gin. Today we're using the beautiful Bombay Sapphire. The other main ingredient in a classic French 75, that is sugar syrup. We're gonna supplement the sugar and the lemon, which normally goes in for the cordial today. Normally, you finish off the French 75 with champagne traditionally if you've got it. The budget hasn't got Moet, so we've got unbranded, beautiful Prosecco that I didn't get from a local supermarket. Sick! So, time to start with the cordial. We're gonna make it homemade on the hob. Right, so what we're gonna start with is 205 grams of sugar, already measured out, makes it easy, bang. 20 grams of dried rosemary, boom! Next, so for this next ingredient, it's a little bit more niche. You might have to kind of go hunting for it. Citric acid. Now you got to be very careful with this stuff. It punches a punch. We're gonna go 2 tablespoons of this, guys. So 1, 2. Next thing is, we're gonna put some lemon zest in there. Main thing that you want when you're getting a lemon zest off is you haven't got too much of the white pip, because this kind of is not the flavors you want. You want the really zesty part of the lemon where all the oils, those essential fragrances are. Straight yellow zest, and that's exactly what you want to be putting in. Bosh, make the most of your lemon. Don't chuck your lemons after using them as well. Make a lemon juice out of it. All right, sick. So put the lemon zest in. Now I'm gonna put the lemon juice in as well. Don't waste it. Oh, mad enough. You've got 2 zests of lemons in there, 20 grams of rosemary, 205 grams of sugar, 2 tablespoons of citric acid. Then we're gonna throw some water in. So now what we're gonna do is just bring it up to the simmer basically. You want all the sugar and the citric acid all to dissolve so it gets like a nice kind of syrupy consistency. But yeah, this thing is a little bit loud, so we're gonna turn it on and we're gonna do it as a montage. Insert montage. Cool, so, I mean, this hasn't even come to the boil. It's been on the simmer, a bit of smoke coming out. You can see the sugar and the citric acid is all kind of mixed in there. It's not solid anymore, it's all in a liquid form. When you're working with herbs and citrus, you don't want to overcook things. They can taste the tannins, they change massively. So what I'm gonna do now, is I've got my nice clean bottle. What I'm gonna do is put the same amount of rosemary into this. We're actually gonna let it sit and stay in the cordial. Now the rosemary's in there, let's decant it. You wanna put a funnel on the top of the bottle, get a fine strainer or a cheesecloth because you don't wanna get all the things that are left over in there. Take your time over it, you're dealing with hot stuff, it's got sugar in. It can be a bit dangerous, so please just do be careful when you're doing this stuff. So there's the cordial, you've got the lovely green hue to it, you've got the citric acid in there, you've got the sugar in there, you've got some fresh rosemary in there. Let's make this French 75. So first things first, every week I do this, let's chill your glass. You want a nice champagne flute. This is quite a nice decadent drink, so any nice glassware you got, this is the time to get it out. Glass is chilling, put it over here, get your shaking glass. Gin, we're gonna go with 50 ml of gin in this. Cool, so we got our gin. Now I have already tasted this cordial. It will need a little bit of sugar just to kind of liven the drink up. Half a shot of our lovely rosemary cordial. Fresh rosemary that's in there into the drink. So you want to keep that in there so it keeps it nice and fresh. This is quite sour, this cordial. I'm gonna do half a teaspoon of sugar and we're gonna give it a shake. So, we're gonna get rid of our ice in our nice cold glass. Look at that, that's the kind of glass you want to be pouring your drinks into. None of this warm rubbish. Start with our mix. That is quite tall. So when you're making this at home, you might not want to use 50 ml of gin. Maybe use 25 ml of gin. That's quite tall, you don't want it that much because I'm putting Prosecco in it as well. Popping bottles in the club. Look at that, decadence, it screams decadence. I'm gonna garnish it with a lovely fresh stick of rosemary and also with a nice bit of fresh orange. That is my French 75 with a little bit of a twist. As I said, guys, don't have to use rosemary. You can use whatever you want. You can use thyme, you can use lavender, you can use basil, elderflower, as everyone loves elderflower. Elderflower is a great cordial. But yeah, enjoy that. It's really, really good with Prosecco. Pour it in with your gin and tonics. It's great. Recommend trying out the cordials.